Mamusi, welcome so much to Engage with the Moors. We do hope that you are doing well, you are keeping safe, fit and healthy. I know these are very challenging days, but be strong, because the tougher the days, the tougher we become. And we do believe and pray that as we continue to march along the journey, we shall be the overcomers and we shall be the conquerors soon and very soon. Yes, so we are so excited to have you as part of our viewer and listener. And thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for comments too. And we always invite you to be part of our family. And please, if you haven't subscribed yet, always remember to join us and be part of us as we walk this journey. This is a beautiful year. We are looking forward to see what is ahead and what the future holds for us. And we thought it would be amazing for us to share about vision and goals. And every time the year is starting, we always have a lot of plans and strategies of what we want our future to look like. And I believe that having an idea of what we need and what we are doing, then that makes us stands us to be on a better side to make wiser decisions and better decisions. Yeah, so let's talk and engage about vision and goals and see what we can learn from it. A vision is simply a mental image or a picture. So according to dictionary.com, it's an act of power over dissipating that which will or may come to be. So it's actually extracted from the word able to see. So the word mental image, let's say you have an idea of where you want to go or what you want to have or who you want to be. That's all about that picture in your mind. What you picture, can you see it? Can you see where you're heading to? Can you see what you want? Can you see that, can you see what you don't even have on your hands? How much can you anticipate it? For example, let's think about some visions that we might have, in our daily livings. Sometimes you might be saying, I want to lose weight. You might say, I want a beautiful home. You might say, I want a beautiful family, or kids, or career, or car, or business, etc., etc. For example, if you want to lose weight, for example, you'll start visualizing and seeing yourself like being slim and, being that kind of a person, maybe skinny. That's how most of Australians say, like, be more skinny. And you can even see yourself being like that, even if you're not. You might be 120 kilo at the moment, but you can see yourself being skinny and maybe being like 60 kilos. And that's a vision that you have. And that's the vision that you are trying to achieve. Sometimes a vision seems to be so unrealistic, like so unachievable. But the best thing about a vision is, so long as you have the mental picture in it, although it doesn't have to be now, it will. One day you will achieve it if you stick to it. Let's say you want to have a beautiful home. In your mind, you can even see how many bedrooms you will need in that house. You can see the bathroom of that house. You can see the living room. You can see every installations, all the installation that will be in that house. You can picture them. The same thing with kids, with career, with your wife, with family, with your business. You can see, but you don't have anything at the moment. Maybe you might even be on like point A, and what you are picturing, it's actually on point Z. And then you are really wondering, how will I ever get to point Z? Yet I don't even have the resources. I don't have any money. I don't even have any idea. Or it's like it's just a dream. And that's the best thing about a vision, because so long as you can visualize what you want to be, then you have a focus and you have something driving you to a particular thing. You know, you have something driving you to that beautiful family you always dream about. You have something driving you to that beautiful girl you want to marry one day. That's all about a vision, what you can visualize. Goals are set specific targets that move you towards your vision. For example, in the next 6 months, I will lose 10 pounds. So, if you have a vision and you have a goal, a vision will be the step. No, the goal will be the steps, and the vision will be like what you are targeting to achieve. Like this will be your target. So I will use my goals or my steps to achieve my target. So let's say you have visualized yourself as that slim person, and maybe you have lost weight, you have like lost half of your weight. So maybe you were 120 kilos, and then you have lost all the way to 60 kgs. That's a vision. You had a vision by the start of the year, and then you promised yourself in the next 6 months, I will lose 10 pounds, or I will lose half of my kilos, or in the next 1 year, you have to, and make sure the goal has to be achievable. They have to be realistic. It has to be a smart goal. It's not just something that you wake up and decide, oh, I'll lose half of my kilos and that's it. No. So the goals are set, like you set them. You have to make them so specifically. You have to say, look, in this particular moment, I want to achieve this and this and this. Either I want to lose 10 pounds in the next 6 months. This is the time. In the next 6 months, I want to save $10,000. I want to start a business. I want to read 10 books. I want to read the whole New Testament. Don't just say I want to read the Bible. Say I want to read the whole New Testament. Like you have to read from Matthew all the way to Revelation. You have a plan, and you have a strategy of how long you want to do it and how you want to do it. Goals. I will get married in the next 6 months. I will start dating. I will be pregnant. I will have a kid, or whatever. In the next 6 months, I will do this and this, or in the next 1 year, or in the next 2 years, or in the next 3 years. Remember, goals have to be very smart. They have to be specific. They have to be measurable. They have to be attainable, realistic, and time-bound. This means every time you sit down and set a goal, make sure that you specify what kind of a goal it is. You want to get married? Yes. Okay. Am I in a position to get married? Is it attainable? Is it real according to my situation? You can't get married when you are 12 years of age. You can't get married maybe when you are like 10 years of age. This might not be realistic. Is it attainable? Are you able to achieve it? Time bound. For example, if you choose 6 months from your situation at the moment, are you able to achieve this within 6 months? Are you able to achieve in 1 year? So make sure you specify what goal you want. You measure it. Is it measurable? Like, can it be contained? Is it attainable? Realistic and time bound. So you have to be within a time frame. You have to say, for example, in the next 1 year, I will start maybe an hotel business in the next 1 year. So because if you're in January, you need still 12 months to plan everything that you want within 12 months. So you need to set and say, hey, from now all the way to December, I'll be working towards starting my hotel business. So you have to put yourself in a time frame. Make sure that every goal that you set, you have a time frame. Don't say, in the next 2 months, I'll have a baby. It's not possible. You can't have a baby in the next 2 months. There's a time to be pregnant. There's a time to give birth. So make sure that you specify what goal you want, and in your mind you have it. And remember, every time you're setting a goal, you are trying to walk towards your vision. If you can set your goal, planning to walk towards your vision, then that means that you are walking towards something. So there's something that is pushing you, to achieve what you want. But the steps that you take will determine, how far you'll go towards your vision. Sometimes a vision you might even take 10 years to achieve a vision. But doesn't matter. What you need to do is you just need to be specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and have a time frame. Don't just say, you know what, I'll get married. You have no idea, you have no strategy, you have nothing. Don't say, I'll start a business. No strategy to save money. You are not looking for any job, you have nothing, and then you want to achieve that goal. It's not possible. There are some points to note that you can always have a vision that seems impossible, but your goals have to be smart. So if your vision seems, for example, let's say, for example, even myself, some of the visions that I have, sometimes I'm like, how am I even going to eat them? Will I ever see them happen? And some of the things that I used to see when I was young, when I was like some of the visions that I used to see when I was in my mid 20s, yeah, like maybe 20, 21, 22, somewhere there to 25. More than 8 years later, I'm seeing like everything, something happens, and then I remember, I do remember that there's a time I used to visualize about this. So sometimes you can even forget your vision that you had before, but one day when it happens, then your memory takes you back to the same time that you were visualizing about it. A vision is your dream, but goals are your steps. Whatever you dream about, make sure that you visualize it. Anything, it doesn't matter. You can say, guess what? I can see myself having a beautiful wife and 3 kids, 4 kids, 5 kids, whatever number you like. You can choose anything. You can say anything and have that vision. See the kids running around the house. See your wife walking down the aisle, coming to say, yes, I do. See yourself having a good wedding, a beautiful wedding. See yourself doing that. If you can see the wedding, you can see it happening. And that time, maybe you are so single that you have no idea whether it will ever happen. So long as the vision is in your mind, then set smart goals and start working towards that. I know that by then, every start of the year, so many people set goals. And then they decide, you know what? By the end of this year, I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But they don't think about making their goals smart. Trust me, you can make as many goals as you can in your mind. You can just think about, by the end of the year, I'll do this, and this, and this, and this. But so long as you don't make sure they are not specific, measurable, attainable, trust me, it is not going to happen at all. You'll always be stagnating on the same position every now and then. But if you can have a strategy and know, this is what I want to do, and because I want to do this is a strategy I'm going to use, trust me, one day you'll start enjoying your vision and your dreams that you always used to have. It doesn't matter what you have, what you've been thinking about, because the human brain, the way we are created to do wonders. And so long as you have a vision and you have goals that you're working towards, trust me, soon and very soon, you'll be surprised how far you can go because of the power of our thinking. Proverbs 29:18, where there is no vision, the people perish, but he that keepeth the law, happy is he. it's good that we understand that you can be a believer and you can be a non-believer. But both of you, so long as anyone who has a vision never perishes. You never perish. I know in terms of our spiritual understanding and the way we have been taught and everything, there's perishing in hell. I'm not talking about spirituality and perishing in hell or anything, but I'm talking about the things of this world. It doesn't matter whether you are a Christian or non-Christian. If you have no vision, you perish. Like maybe your generation will never ever achieve anything that they can say, look, we have made it, because they've never had any idea of where they're heading to. So look, it's always important that you visualize what you want your life to look like. Visualize it. Look in the next 5 years, in the next 20 years. Whether you're an academic, you want to study, you want to do a master's, your PhD, whatever you want to do, visualize it. See yourself graduating. See yourself achieving everything that you have ever dreamt of. That's a vision. You are not paying anything anyway. You're just using your brain to do that. And then make sure that you set your goals. Trust me, goals. And say, because I want to graduate with a PhD, do I have a diploma? Can I qualify for a degree? So what should I do? So in the next 4 years, maybe I'll take 2 years, save some money, and start my degree in the next 2 years. So in the next 6 years, you'll have your degree. In the next extra 2 years, you have a master's. In the next 2 years, so in the next 8 years, which is now, from now all the way to 2028 to 2030, you'll have your PhD, that was your vision. And you have walked slowly by slowly. Doesn't matter whether that's how it works, whether for Christians and for non-Christians. Just have a vision. And then set up smart goals and work towards that vision. Habakkuk 2:2. Then the Lord answered me, write the vision, make it clear on tablets so that anyone can read it quickly. How beautiful is that? So the things that you visualize about yourself, please get, whether you have a notebook or you have a book. Sometimes, I'm so poor with writing sometimes stuff. So the things that I used to do, it's only that I keep them in my memory. Then I will remember them, but sometimes I forget a lot, because sometimes I find myself forgetting to note everything that I visualize. But please, from today, be good at visualizing how you want your life to be. And then note them somewhere. So when you start achieving them, you can see how you have really used your strategy to make it happen. And then you'll help so many generations, whether it's your kids or your grandchildren and everything. They will learn a lot from what you have laid down. So note them, point 1, point 2, all the visions that you have ever had, and note them. And then 10 years later, or maybe 5 years later, or 2 years later, depending on your vision, come back and reflect. What have you achieved? What you haven't achieved. Maybe, what you haven't achieved. What you have achieved and what you haven't achieved. And then ask yourself, what can you do better? What can I do better? See? And then, so long as you keep working within this circle, you have noted them down, and you have an idea of where you're heading to, and you're setting goals which are smart. Trust me, you'll be looking back and saying, look, I think I have used my brain well. I think I've established a good strategy in my life, and I think I've achieved a lot. See everything. Start visualizing. There are some quotes from some people that I found them very interesting. Once a blind man, these are blind men, asked a wise man, can there be anything worse than losing your eyesight? And guess what the wise man said? Yes, losing your vision. So losing your vision of your life, is more dangerous than losing your eyesight. You can be blind, but if you have a vision, trust me, you can do tremendous and amazing work. So the problem is not your circumstance. The problem is not the situation that you are in. The problem is the vision that you can visualize in your head. What can you see? Circumstances may cause interruptions and delays, but never lose the sight of your goals. Wow. There are so many entrances, so many challenges, financial challenges, family challenges, relationship challenges, but never, ever lose the sight of your goals. What you are working towards, just keep going, keep working towards that, and keep making it happen, because you can do this. And keep working towards your vision, because I know you can do this. You may run, walk, stumble, drive, or fly, but never ever lose sight of the reason for the journey. Doesn't matter the challenges that you face, just keep making it happen. It's possible. You can do this. So long as you're working with that line of visualizing what you need and setting the goals that you have, and then working towards your vision, you will get there. And lastly, this is the most hardest thing that most people face. Please, whatever you put on your vision and you write your vision down and your goals, please be faithful to your visions and your goals. Please, please, please be faithful to your visions and your goals. How many times do we, sometimes we set goals and then we get tired on the way. And sometimes we are like, oh no, I was building a house and I'm tired. Oh, I don't have enough money. And then you leave the house for the next 5 years. You never finish it. But every time you start something, please stick and be faithful to it, so that you can see the fruits of your hard work. Because every time you see the fruits of your hard work, then you can enjoy and say, look, I have done a good job. Good job. Well done, faithful servant. Or faithful hard worker. Faithful you. Faithful, call it faithful yourself. Be faithful to your visions and your goals. It is very important. And then lastly, because I believe that we all need to, we are, the way we are created, and we are humans, and sometimes we forget a lot. We forget a lot of stuff, and sometimes we even misinterpret and miscalculate. I think it is important that we always have someone to trust to, and that is God. Because when you are setting visions and goals, and you have any supernatural being taking care of you, then that means you are working towards with your own strength and with your own capability. And it is very hard to do life by yourself. But it is always important that you remember that we were created. We didn't just burst from a tree or just come from whatever history says or anything. But we were made uniquely by a creator. And this is a creator that we always need to trust every time we are setting our goals and our visions. And so in Psalms 90, verse 12, this is what the Bible says. Lord, or Father, teach us to number our days, that we may apply our hearts unto wisdom. Because every time you understand the time that you have to live, every time you understand the kids that you have, every time you understand the family that you have, every time you understand the value of your people and the relationship around you and the things that surround you, every time you understand how to number them and evaluate the things that are in your life, trust me, you will always apply your heart with wisdom. And wherever there is wisdom, there is prosperity. God bless you so much. We love you so much, and thank you so much for watching. And we believe that this will be an amazing thing for you. Our dear Heavenly Father, thank you for our viewer and our listener. We give you praise and we give you glory, because you always reach us with a purpose and with a reason, oh God. Lord, I say thank you for this wonderful time that, Lord, we have shared your word, and we have shared even about vision and goals, oh God. I just pray that, Lord, you'll be to teach us how to number our days. Teach us how to be faithful. Teach us how to be faithful to our vision and goals, oh God, So as we look forward and as we look forward to achieve the things that you have set for our lives, oh God, we may be faithful and we may be, we may reach whatever, Lord, you have planned for our lives, oh God. Help us, King of Glory. In Jesus' name, we do pray. Amen. Amen. Thank you so much for watching and being part of us. Please do not forget to subscribe and be part of our YouTube channel. The link is always below. We love you and receive much blessings. Bye-bye.